Do you need an appointment setter if you are an online fitness coach? If you don't know me, I'm Jack. I'm the owner of TCT. We help online fitness coaches scale quick using the B-Lab method. If you don't know what the B-Lab method is, go onto my Instagram page, have a look. It's phenomenal. We've helped over 400 coaches so far, and we'll be glad to help you too. So, what's happening nowadays is there's a shift in where online coaches see themselves and how online coaches see business, which is really cool. Because back in my day, it was very much like educate yourself, and that was kind of about it. There was no like marketing and sales aspect. It was just like be a really good coach. Nowadays, there's like intricacies of business which wasn't really thought of back in the day, which is like, do I need appointment setters? Do I need closers? How can I integrate AI within my business? Do I need a CRM? What CRM to look for? Which is quite cool. It's kind of like where I sit myself. I get to answer these questions on a daily basis. However, I 9 times out of 10, when someone's looking for an appointment setter or someone wants an appointment setter within their business, I 9 times out of 10 will say you do not need one. And it's quite simply because of a few different criteria meets. Okay, so a lot of coaches come to me when existing lead flow just isn't there. So what I mean by that is like they cannot physically book calls themselves, so then they're going, I need an appointment setter to go and book me calls. An appointment setter is effectively, if not trained properly, and it's trained by yourself. So obviously it's a different situation if you basically get a trained setter. Typically what happens is that people go offshore, they will then implement them within the business. Typically they're not English speaking, so you tell the setter what you want and they will go and do it. Typically it's like ChatGPT. So if you give it a shit prompt, it will just produce shit. Now, if you as a business owner, you cannot yourself book on calls, an appointment setter will not be able to book on calls because you're basically training them how your shit sales process, basically, right? Now, if you have a trained appointment setter, they're a bit more expensive, but at least they will like improve your lead flow just a little bit. However, one of the easiest things in the whole entire world to do before you look at appointment setters is actually learn how to sell your own service in the DMs, to put people on calls, or even to sell actually online coaching within the DM structure itself. So I would not look at an appointment setter as like it's going to save my whole entire business. This is kind of how like paid ads works, right? Is that people go into paid ads very quickly, but they can't sell organically first, so they go up to paid ads. But it's a wrong way to look at it. Okay, it's a wrong way around. So number one, if you cannot yourself sell or book calls in the DMs, a setter will do next to nothing unless you get a trained appointment setter, which is another story. But realistically, you still want to be able to sell your shit in the DMs. You want to book calls in the DMs, okay? To be honest, I wouldn't even look at an appointment setter. If you can't yourself book on 3 to 5 sales calls a week, I would not look for a setter, period. I would not look for a setter if you're earning less than 5k. I don't see any point in that, to be honest, because effectively what you're doing is you're earning 5 grand, and I would much rather you invest in paid ads or just something like that versus going to take profit margins off hiring someone in the business. Far too many online coaches, they basically come to me, we're on the onboarding call, and they're basically like, I have an appointment setter or a VA. I'm just like, get rid of them right now. If you're earning less than 5 grand, get rid of your appointment setter. Learn how to sell it yourself, get up to like 8 grand, then get one. But don't do it at 5 grand. It's a bit of a weird marker. This is where at 5 grand up to like 15 grand, you have to reinvest in the business the whole time. And I don't think appointment setters are the thing that I would look for. Okay, I would look for people like copywriters, video editors, these things that will actually drive the business for you, with you. Okay, it's kind of different a story with like maybe like a VA who actually does things in the business, like updates your sheets, updates just like things with throughout your business, flags you if a payment has failed and stuff like that. But I would definitely not have a formal appointment setter at 5k a month. It makes next to no sense at all. If you have less than 30 clients, I would also not have an appointment setter. The reason being is because you have 30 clients, and realistically that should take you less than a day to check them all in, have all the admin there. You just have far too much time in your hands to not do it yourself. So just go and do it yourself. Sometimes with people who want appointment setters, they just can't be fucked to do it themselves, which is great. But I would much rather keep more of my money doing it myself and doing it for like an hour or two a day. Okay. A setter realistically explodes a proven system. So if you don't have a proven selling system, a proven selling pattern, realistically, it's not going to do anything. It can't fix a fucked sales system, basically. A sales system has to be ridiculously fucking sick. Again, like in a business sense, in a business setting, why add unnecessary stress and why cut some of your profit, especially at that like $5,000 mark? Again, $8,000 plus, absolutely do that. But right now, you're not a six-figure business, so you don't need people in the business realistically, unless you're looking at people like subcontractors, like video editor, email copywriter, or just copywriter in general. Because these have much more of a cost transfer onto things that allow you to scale indefinitely. For instance, if you have a copywriter and a video editor, that's paid ads. So you can have organic content and paid ads wrapped into one, so it saves that whole entire process. Whereas an appointment setter, realistically, you're just looking at that singular attack, which is DM focus, which is a big part of sales, but it's not the only part of sales. Okay, so when should I get an appointment setter? Realistically, when you can sell yourself in the DMs, you can book anywhere between 3 to 5 sales calls every single week, or you earn over 8K and above. Far too many online coaches are coming to me now with a VA or a setter in their business and they earn $5,000. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so hope that helps.